Hi guys, so today I have got Emma with me. Now Emma is a beauty salon owner from Braintree, which is in Essex, for those of you all the way around the world. And I suppose you've come into quite a turbulent time when it comes to business at the moment, because obviously, like myself, I'm in the fitness industry and I've got my own gym. We can't open our doors, can we?
No.
Okay, so first of all, how are you doing at the moment?
Yeah, I'm doing better this week. I had a real wobble for the first couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. I've worked really hard for my business over the 5 years. I've built it up. Profits have gone up. Turnover's gone up by 300% since taking over the salon. So I've worked really hard. The salon is my life, 7 days a week, like it or not, even when I'm on holiday.
Yeah.
I think the hardest part for me was losing the physical contact, because it doesn't matter what treatment we deliver, there's always physical contact. I'm quite a tactile person. I'm a very much a people's person, and going from seeing so many clients a day, a week, to then being isolated at home on my own, husband's working, it completely threw me. So mentally, didn't take it very well. I'd get up in the morning and think, right, I'm going to have the best day. And then I'd read something on social media or something on the news, and it would just completely flip my mood around. And I found it hard to kind of dig out of it. So, but I've turned it around this week, started really focusing, writing my to-do list, focusing on the salon admin that needs to be done, and obviously some self-care as well, because that's really important. Giving out a load of self-care tips to my clients on Facebook and Instagram pages, but not actually utilising them myself. I have been getting up, having a shower, just popping a little bit of makeup on. It makes me feel better. And doing some of those self-care tips that I'm giving out.
So give me an example of a self-care tip, if you can, something that you do.
It can be a homemade facial scrub or a body scrub, even tea bags, some green tea bags on the eyes. Obviously meditation, relaxation.
Now, I'm very big on mindfulness, and I body scan more or less every night, but I need to learn how to meditate first thing in the morning. I wake up with my mind like a tumble dryer of thoughts. And I can't wait to get, and I'm in my man cave right now, which is my home office. I can't wait to get in here at 6 in the morning and start working. But I think that I'll be far more productive if I did meditate for about 15 minutes in the morning. Is that the kind of time that you do it in the morning, or is it in the afternoon? Or
generally, normally, if and when I do, I do it at night time, just to try and clear my head. I get thoughts pop into my head with, I must do that, I must write that down, that's a great idea. So I kind of just sit and chill, and then any ideas that start popping into my head I write down, and then just try and clear my mind for more of a restful sleep.
Is that guided, or do you do it? Have you managed to be able to do that yourself, or?
No, I've got a few guided meditations that I listen to from YouTube, and some of the networking groups and the support pages that I follow. So listen to their guided meditations.
Well, after this, I'd love to pick your brains about some of those links potentially, and see if I can nick a couple off of you, because that is something I really struggle with. I find, just like yourself, I've got lots of thoughts going through my head. I take a long time to go to sleep unless I do my body scanning. But I'd love to be able to meditate first thing in the morning to kind of ground myself a little bit more. But yeah, so I think like what you're saying there is amazing. Being able to give that advice and also now start taking it.
I think everything is habit. And I think right now we should be using this opportunity to form those habits whilst we've got time. So putting things down on paper and actually ticking them off as you go along, and form those habits for a better life, a healthier lifestyle as we come out of this. I think obviously it takes so many times to see something before it actually sinks in, and it takes so many times to do something before it actually becomes routine. I'm not normally one to eat breakfast. I normally get to Salon, make a cup of tea. So obviously my routine is completely out the window.
Non-existent, right?
Yeah. So I get up, I check my social media, I make a cup of tea, I get in the shower, I go to work, and then I have my set routine at work of what I do. And then I start my clients, and then I'll have lunch. So for me, eating healthier and starting to lose weight, eating right. I've got the time now to do those things. My skincare, I'm incredibly passionate about my skincare. So obviously having my morning routine, my nighttime routine with my products. I'm doing online consultations with my clients, providing obviously safe contactless deliveries to my local clients or popping in the post.
Brilliant.
So that's keeping me occupied, and obviously helping my clients along the way with actually the right routine for their skin and when to do it.
I love that. I mean, being innovative and coming up with ways that you can help. I mean, you know, the free content that you're putting out as well, like the how to make a face scrub. I think a lot of people would be looking at that in the wrong way. Like beauty salon owners that are trying to sell a product right now would sit there and go, well, if I'm giving it an idea away for free, I won't be able to sell that. Whereas what you're actually doing is you're building a connection, a brand, and you're building an area of know, like, and trust, which will then pay dividends when you're back open. So you're playing for the long game, really, which is amazing. And you know, I think a lot of other business owners should probably, you know, take stock of that fact as well. Are you how are you finding the mentality for your clients as well? I mean, my wife, you know, she loves getting her nails done, her roots done, and stuff like that. And she's been going mad. She's been quite literally putting her hair out. How are your clients at the moment?
I've keeping in contact. I've been WhatsApping and chatting on the phone to clients. They're all desperate. It's just I'm trying to find ways and gauging what their needs are and creating something that they can do for themselves at home.
Yeah.
So I've become a brand rep for a Now company that we use. They've put an affiliate scheme out. I don't want to hold a lot of products at home. It's money I don't have. I've got no income. So by utilising the affiliate scheme is going to help obviously my clients do their own nails, tutorial videos. I've done a couple of videos on my Facebook page of my own skin routine in the morning. I've been sending out some hand kits. So I've got one of the creams. So a incredibly nourishing hand cream. One of them with a cuticle oil, one of my own branded cuticle oils, which my clients love, and a hand mask, and giving them instructions on how to do a nice kind of hand repair. Just putting some pedicure packs together, and obviously my facial kits, working on some kind of relaxation like masks, so hand mask, foot mask, face mask, and trying to get a little MP3 to send as well, so that they can relax and chill out for 20 minutes.
That's for mindfulness and for headspace. That is a huge industry. That, I mean, straight away thinking outside the box, you've nailed there, which is so refreshing to hear someone thinking differently and still being passionate about what they're doing right now, which is, you know, which is fantastic. I mean, I'll give you my information because I'll definitely have one of those off of you. I'll have two, one for me and one for my wife, because we would love that. And for right now, it's the whole. If I was to order that product from you right now, I would set aside that time, as opposed to if I just got a free version off of YouTube. If I was to just kind of try to wing it myself, I probably wouldn't put 20 minutes aside for myself. The idea that you'd be putting a little MP3 together just is, you know, that extra little bit of duty of care I think it's a fantastic idea, and I, genuinely, not for the sake of this interview, would be interested in probably getting one for me and the missus as well. So I love that fact. I love that's brilliant. But other business owners right now, I mean, say if you was going to give yourself the advice, so other people can, take heed from this, what kind of advice would you give yourself now, knowing what you know, moving into this lockdown?
Having had the wobble and kicked myself big time and felt really guilty, I let the overwhelm and the guilt overcome me. Now I've kind of learned just to embrace it, because I've not had a break like that for a long time. So definitely show up for your business every day. We have a duty of care to our clients. That's why we go into business. So I think we have a duty of care to show up, but be real. Everyone's got their own struggles. Everyone's facing their own demons, be it with mental health. It's crazy, but definitely show up and just be real. I think it's a great time to show the real person behind it. I've had a wobble to my clients. I can't cope. I got a bunch of flowers the next day from one of my really good clients, who is also in business, who has also shut her doors. Support networks and networking have been amazing for me. I had a really good networking meeting on Wednesday. There was about 14 of us, and that has really kind of pushed me forward. So getting support off of other business owners, accountability. We can all say I'm going to do that tomorrow, but I can tell you for the last 3 weeks I haven't done it. But I've started to map out my plans and get it down on paper and hold myself accountable as well. Going for a walk, trying to do 3-4 miles a day, gives me that headspace as well to think about things, or make those phone calls with clients as I'm having a walk. Connection, it's all relative. I think we can only work for the now, and obviously the future, and by creating those relationships, I think will only strengthen for the future, really.
I love that. Every now and then you'll see me dart off to the side. It's just where I'm taking notes. And you may even be able to pick that up from the audio, hear the scribbling of words being written down. But creating relationships is, I'd say probably one of the most poignant messages there, as well as holding yourself accountable. Is there any tech or any kind of apps or anything else that you're using for your accountability right now?
We've got a WhatsApp group between the members of the networking group. So pretty much almost every single one of us have had a wobble, and has popped it in there. I'm very different to this group. Most of them are online businesses, online coaches. So it's very different from me, whereas I am a physical service. So when we kind of got the news that obviously we would be going into lockdown, I think it was the first announcement. I think that was on a Thursday night, and I'd gone for a shower and came out to cancellation after cancellation after cancellation, and was losing. I'd lost £1,000 of clients in the space of half an hour. I just sat there, cried, and a message popped up on the WhatsApp group, and I just literally poured my heart out. And by the end of it, after about an hour of messaging, I was laughing and I had some positivity back. So I'd say the support and the kind of the mindfulness apps, and YouTube is a great one. I love YouTube for obviously information and the mindfulness and the meditation, like the guided meditation on there as well.
Have you got a go-to? Have you got like any people that you would search for regularly for anything?
It's just the kind of how I'm feeling at the time. So if I want abundance, or I want relaxation, or I want sleep, I just tend to pop those in as to how I'm or what I need at the time.
Who is there anyone in particular that comes up for abundance?
Ooh, hang on, I'll have to have a look. There is one.
Is it Tony Robbins?
I can't remember the name. I just literally type it. I like different ones.
Yeah.
I get bored of repetitive.
Yeah. I listen to a lot of Tony Robbins, Gary Vaynerchuk, Tim Ferriss, mostly when it comes to the business side of things. When it comes to mindfulness, I used to listen to the Barefoot Doctor quite a lot. He recently passed away, actually, and that was a recommendation from my brother-in-law, who has been fantastic. But the mindfulness and the meditation stuff, or the body scanning, I normally just type it into YouTube and I kind of find what feels right at the time.
Yeah.
I don't know, sometimes you'll know within the first kind of few, I suppose it's vibrations of the episode, you'll feel whether you're into it or not, won't you? And yeah. it is literally first 15 seconds, no, yep, and then you're in, aren't you? It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. So, I mean, for your business as well, I mean, it already seems that you've already found something that you can potentially end up taking away from this anyway with your new affiliate program. So you've potentially found a new income stream from this anyway. But do you think that this is going to impact the beauty industry by opening up whole new worlds and whole new doors to people online?
Potentially. I mean, we're seeing obviously a lot of the main TV programs, like this morning, with their home DIY, do it yourself or do it wrong.
Yeah.
Basis. Yeah, I appreciate obviously that people want to do stuff at home, but it's doing it the correct way. It depends on the person.
Yeah.
I mean, people go to salons because they want to go to a salon. They go to, or they have a mobile therapist because they want to be treated in their own home. It's obviously down to everyone individually. I would pretty much say that I'm positive that 99% of my clients will still come back, whether or not because it goes back to relationships. The relationships we've built, although we're very professional, it's a very personal, bespoke.
Of course it is, yeah.
And the chats and the conversations and the relationships that we make on a daily basis with all of our clients, I think that's what would bring them back. It's obviously going to be very difficult. We know there's going to be a massive influx of clients coming back for treatments in the first few weeks. I've already had messages, desperate, begging for the first available appointment. My therapist is going to come and move in with me because she's an hour away. She's going to literally move in with me for the first week to 2 weeks, because obviously to cut down on the journey time, and we'll be working 12-14 hours a day. But I know it's going to drop off. It will drop off, and it's planning now for that obviously drop off. Incomes obviously not as high as they have been, so people may still require to do things themselves at home, but as long as I can provide the products, then it's still a win-win, really.
Of course. And more for your own kind of mental well-being, if you were to give yourself a little bit of advice, again, knowing since having the, as I say it as well, the same way as a wobble, what advice would you give other people that are going through what you went through right now? What kind of thing would you say for them to focus on?
show up every day for your business. I wish I had properly. I had wasted 2 weeks, nearly 3 weeks. I put too much energy and effort into doing nothing. It was wasted. So yeah, show up every day. Communicate with other people. Get those ideas going.
Yeah.
Sit and research as well. See what's working. The networking group I'm part of is very much collaboration over competition. So speaking to other salon owners. I've got a friend who owns a tanning salon in Chelmsford, and we've been helping each other out with ideas and bits and pieces. So yeah, support, collaboration, research. Just utilise the time, because we won't have this again.
Never have this again.
Never. Hopefully, fingers crossed, never have it again. But enjoy that time that you're having, and that peace and quiet and chill. It is a bit of a reset for the world and everybody. So get those things down on paper, but also don't feel guilty if it doesn't get done.
Yeah. One job a day is better than none.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, version 1 is better than version none.
Love that. Well, look, we're going to wind that into a close now. I'm just going to round up some of the little amazing pearls of wisdom that you've given, which are really going to help people moving forward. And, you know, I'm going to pick your brains about a few things once I stop that record button for everyone else. But if you are in business, please do focus on the relationships that you have with your customers and make sure that they know what's going on with your business. You may think that it's not relative or not necessary right now because of what's going on, and why would they care? The truth is they do care. Okay, they will have an element of scarcity, and also they will probably even have an element of guilt if they are still being paid and stuff. So they want to know that you're okay, or even if you're not. Okay, so depending on the relationships you have with your clients, please, you know, do get in contact with them, reassure them about your business, and let them know that you're doing everything you can to keep moving forward and keep afloat. As well as the fact, guys, if you do have time to explore your mind, if you do have time to meditate, if you do have time to be mindful of the situation and to just come back and reflect on what's going on, if you don't feel you can find the spiritual side of things right now, please do, and make those lists. More and more people are saying this over and over. Make the list of things that you want to do. Okay, just tick one off a day, and then before you know it, we've achieved great things. So Emma, thank you so much for today. If you do want to get in contact with Emma as well, we are going to put links in the show notes. So if you're listening to this on the podcast or you're watching this on YouTube, all of Emma's links will be underneath in the notes section. So if you want to get in contact with her about anything to do with her business, please do. I will definitely be ordering one of those Pamper face masks, and I hope with an MP3 as well, if you've got that sorted. So I'm actually really looking forward to that, and I know my wife will love that. If this has resonated with you and you have enjoyed this episode, please do share this on your social media and comment below if you feel like you've got the time, or if you'd like to get in contact with myself about being interviewed. My plan at the moment is to interview 100 people to get 100 bits of advice, so people can know what it was like during the Covid-19 lockdown. So thank you very much again, Emma, and don't go anywhere, but I'm going to press stop recording for everyone else. So we'll say goodbye to them, and then we'll have a little chat. Thanks again.
Cheers.